Welcome to Paper and Moose, and welcome to one of my first videos on how I decorate for Halloween using all of the items that I find at the flea market, auction, estate sales, and yard sales. Many of the viewers have requested to see how I decorate with those items, and so I thought I would do a test run with this first video and see how it turns out, see if you all like this, and then if so, I can show you more videos on how I decorate my nice deep windowsills, my stairway, and perhaps my porch as well. So let's get to this video first. So when I decorate for the holidays, I always either like to stick with a theme or to tell a story. I try and only decorate with items that are older or items that, can be repurposed to use as something else. I try to stay away from buying brand new items, though, there are a lot of great holiday decor out there. And if some of the craft stores have really great sales at the end of the season, I will buy something. But that usually serves as a supplement to my older items. So for this video, we're gonna start with my little corner here. This is a corner in my living room. And I purchased this wooden box at a church rummage sale. I believe it was $1. It has that great teal color. There were actually two of them. They were both in different areas, and by the time I got to the other one, someone else had bought it, so I only had one. So this usually stays down probably year round. I move it around to different parts because it is a great way to display things, also give them a lift so they're higher up in the air, and then of course you can hide stuff underneath as well. So we're going to start with this empty base or canvas, as you would say. And then I also have this I purchased at an estate sale. It is, I believe, a pottery wheel, a wheel for pottery. This again, I purchased it because I thought it'd be great to use for decor. You have essentially two levels. So you have a bottom level and then an upper level. During Christmas, I like to put my older little skating figures, ice skating figures on this because it kind of looks like a skating rink. So I'm going to be using this and this as a base. So whenever I start to decorate, I always like to look at the inventory that I have, the spot, and figure out what kind of theme or what kind of story I want to tell. I don't really just shove things, on a windowsill or on a table or on a shelf. I take my time, which is why decorating for me can take a couple of days. For this corner, I thought I would go with a doll themed or pieces of doll themed. Oftentimes at the flea market or at estate sales, you will find doll parts. When I was out in Petaluma, there was a woman there that was actually selling bags of antique doll limbs. The prices were higher because it's California and because they were antique. A lot of them were bisque. So those do range in higher prices. And if you look on Etsy or eBay, there is a market for doll parts, especially now with Halloween coming up, because people do use them to decorate with. So we have those. We have this guy that I purchased. I think he was in a box lot of old dolls. You have the chip paint, the cracking. So there's no need to throw these away. If you're not in the market for doll parts like this, if you don't like them, you find them scary or offensive, or you just would rather them be reused in making a doll, then easily sell them. But if you want something to spice up your Halloween decor and have it be a little bit different, then definitely check out using antique doll parts. Now, I don't recommend ripping a doll apart to do that because that would be sad, but if you do find the parts, then definitely go for that. So we're going to start with my nice little base here. What I'm going to do also is I purchased this covering, I guess it's from the dollar store or Dollar General. They have this color, black and gray. I find that these are great to use to cover up some items. I also will be using them to drape over the bottom of my windowsill. So it gives it that kind of old spooky effect. So I'm gonna put this in the middle, because on the side, in the corner, I'll get it right, because I already have an idea for that. And then, you know, like what you would do with this or with the fake cobwebs, I'm just going to drape it over. I like to actually drape it. I'm gonna drape it on top of that. Have it so it does hang over the side a little bit. Maybe make it chunky in some areas. You know, you can show some of the color. You can always fix it how you want it, but I definitely want that piece covered. For the top of this, there are some staples in my decor that I bring out year after year because I enjoy them so much and because you only really see them once a year. I have this great, the paper mache Halloween cat face candy bucket, and it does still have the original paper inside. This I purchased at an auction. It was in a box with some other Halloween decor, and this is one of my favorite pieces. You know, it's in rough shape, but for the price that the box went for, I couldn't pass it up. Now what I will do with this, again, dollar store, great place to purchase some items for Halloween, is I take one of their battery operated candles and I put it inside here, the low tea light one, so it has a little flicker effect. So we're gonna put him right up here on top. Now, at the flea market, I purchased these. These were, I think, 10 cents a piece, maybe a quarter a piece, but I know that they weren't more than a quarter a piece. So these can work with the doll theme. I'm gonna have to flatten this out a little bit. So I'll put these here. Leave some space. He moved. Put him back here. If you have a clear vase and you do have some of your doll parts, what I do is I put my doll parts in the vase like that. I even have an arm. Now, I don't really like the look of how the arm kind of hangs over, though that would look cool if it was shorter, probably, but it's not, so we're just gonna stick it in there like that. And then I'm gonna put that over here in this corner. I might wanna move this back a little bit. So you're essentially just like building. You can even kind of wrap that. I don't know if I like it wrapped around. You know, you're building a story here. Again, if doll parts aren't your story, then build a different story with what you have. So we have this corner kind of taken care of. We'll have the nice light that I put inside to cast some shadows. What next? I somehow have amassed a collection of white or off-white pottery pieces. I find them cheap enough and I love to use them in decorating, whether it's on my windowsills, on my stairs, anywhere, because they can hold a lot. And if what you're putting in there needs a little oomph, you just take some tissue paper, shove it in the bottom, so that gives you that extra oomph that it needs to stick out above, because some things just look better when they're a little bit protruding from the vase. So we're gonna put this in the corner here. Now, this lovely girl, I bought her at a yard sale, and she actually had the eyes inside that are the glass eyes that are connected together with the metal piece. And I sold the eyes online, but I kept her because I thought she would be great for Halloween, and then her damage was just a little bit too much for reselling, but I didn't want to sell her anyway because I thought for Halloween she would be great. Again, what I do, I probably should have gotten some tissue paper to put in the bottom, but I'm gonna put her head in here like this. Actually, that looks good. And I'll do the same thing. I'll get a tea light, a batter operated tea light, and I put it inside so that the light kind of shines through her eyes. It looks really cool. A little weird, but cool. Next, let's see. I have this little lady. She is another bisque doll with the movable arms. She's on a nice little cardboard base with some crepe paper for a tuxedo. I'm just gonna add her right here. I'll have a picture at the end of what this all looks like so you can see it better. You know, I didn't know how to exactly film, if I should have the camera up along the side, but I thought this was good. So she'll go here. I was going through my Halloween stuff and I found this black mask and I thought this would look great kind of alongside. That again goes with her little suit. So we're kind of tying everything in here. What other items? I only have 2 more items. So again, short video. We have the head of this doll getting another life by this way. I'm just gonna put that here. I also have, I'm gonna call them calipers. I know that's probably not what they are. You all can tell me if they're not. You know, it is for measuring, and we're going to have it so that it's almost measuring the doll's head, or kind of behind it. It adds that creepy, what is going on here kind of vibe that I like to have out at Halloween. Because, you know, when you decorate, you should decorate with what you like, with what you enjoy. Others might come over and think, oh my gosh, Renee, like you are crazy. That is awful. But I live here, I see it every day, and it brings me joy. And I just like to be able to display these items that are often looked at as, oh, well, it's broken, it's chipped, throw it out, it's just a broken old doll's head. No, like they can have new life. And if it's at Halloween, when it's the time of year for a little bit of weird things to come out, then so be it, because I think that it looks, I like how it looks, and you should decorate how you like. Just for a pop of color, I'm going to add this necklace. I bought it for myself, I think again at a flea market. It was in a bag of other necklaces, but I thought, oh, yellow kind of almost looks like corn. I can also use it for Thanksgiving. But to add a pop of color, I'm just going to kind of weave it, oops, through, maybe make it a little clumpy here. We'll put it back there. This might bring down a little bit more. So yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be even. We're gonna hide the clasp though. Maybe have that go under there. See, you always gotta move it just so it looks how you want it to. So here is the completed product. We have a creepy Halloween corner filled with vintage items that I have purchased at either auctions, estate sales, flea markets, or yard sales. They just tell some kind of story in relation to dolls, which I like. And then once you add the flicker of the tea lights from inside of the doll's head and then inside of the cat jack-o'-lantern, I think that it'll look really neat. What I will do next is I will start to move over on my windowsill, and I will incorporate this doll story a little bit so that it flows into the next theme. And how I will do that is with these beauties. This poor girl, she's had a rough life, but she gets to come out now and, you know, enjoy some sun in the windowsill and enjoy Halloween time. So what I will do is I will start working next on this corner of my windowsill, carry up the doll theme a little bit before I transfer into whatever theme will be next. So I will include a picture of how this looks at the end, so be sure to stay for that. And if you enjoyed this video, if you like seeing how I decorate and would like to see more videos on how I'm going to be decorating for Halloween, then please make sure to leave a comment in the comment section below. So thank you to everyone for watching. As you venture out to your flea markets and auctions, always keep in mind what you can use and repurpose for decorations. It doesn't have to strictly be labeled as Halloween, Christmas, Valentine's Day. It could be anything that you think could tell a story to add to your holiday decor. So thank you all for watching. Be sure to like and share with your friends, especially if they like kind of creepy, weird, odd Halloween decor such as this. Stay tuned for more adventures with Paper and Moose, and I will see you all next time.